Hello again, everybody. My name is Cassandra and welcome back to my channel. I have some very ripe bananas, so it is time to make some banana muffins. Because it's a lot easier because I can freeze these and they stay good for like a month. So let's see. It says 3 for medium bananas. Everything else. This recipe is nice because it is made specifically for muffins. So it has you cook them for like 5 minutes at a higher temperature and then lower the temperature so they rise all the way so you get the nice muffin top at the top. Past that, I've made this like 4 times before and it turns out perfect every single time. So let's get cooking. Alright, I got 1/2 cups of flour just because it's messy. And I don't have nutmeg, but I do have cinnamon. I think it's just fine. You probably use pumpkin pie spice too if you really wanted to. But this one takes baking powder and baking soda. So I got my teaspoon. Baking powder. Whatever. Baking soda. Yeah, someday I'll get those fancy containers for my stuff, but a plastic bag works just as well to keep things from getting any moisture in them. It also takes less space. Teaspoon of baking soda. Teaspoon of cinnamon. I think I got the cinnamon from the food bank too. I don't quite remember. And how much salt? 1/2 teaspoon. So we're just gonna fill this halfway with some salt. That all mixed. Good enough. Now let me clean this up and we'll get all the wet stuff together. Alright, next is mashing our bananas. Come on. I think about freezing them, but I know if I freeze the bananas just as bananas, I'm never gonna think about thawing them out to make something, because it's not how my mind works. So it's easier to just make the banana muffins or bread or whatever and freeze that, because I'm more likely to, you know, use it up in the end. And that's the important part. You don't want to waste anything or just waste space on food that you're never gonna use up. I got 3 bananas. It's been good enough so far. I think they were pretty big when I first got them, so I'm going to count that as a large banana. And like most banana stuff, you just squish it. You could use a hand mixer too, I guess, but my kitchen's not that set up very well, so I have to dig things out. So a lot of the times, I just do it the hard way. It's not really hard per se, but you know what I mean. I have my butter melted, cooling off a little bit. My egg has been out for a little bit, so theoretically it's close enough to room temperature. And I've been using my lactose-free milk, and it's turned out perfectly fine for that part of it. So I think should have everything else, except for that nutmeg, but I don't really like nutmeg anyways. Okay, we have that done. What's next? We add in our, let's do brown sugar. It's a 2/3 cup, which is the weirdest measurement because who has a 2/3 cup thing? And I have my piece of bread. Anyone else do the bread trick to keep it soft? It works, in case you were wondering. And when you do brown sugar, it's packed brown sugar. Hopefully I have. It's 1/3. I know, if I had those fancy containers, but I really do not have the space for that sort of thing. So we make it work. 2/3 cup. Let's see, I'm just vanilla. I have my little thing of, I bought the more expensive one. It's still Walmart brand, but you know, it is what it is. Teaspoon of vanilla. My mind is not together today. My butter, I just melted in the microwave. Butter, brown sugar, and egg. Find my egg. Eggs have been really weird. They're expensive and they've been, you never know if they're gonna be good or not. Okay, egg. Let me go dig up my milk real quick. My lactose-free milk. I think it says you can use almond milk. Just says milk. I think you can use like almond milk and stuff too. But how much? 2 tablespoons of milk. My microwave just beeped for some reason. Nothing in it. It just wants you to know it's here, I guess. Alright, where's my whisk? Then, let's see, make sure I have everything. It says medium sweetener whisk, melted butter, brown sugar, egg, vanilla extract, and milk. Okay. It actually does work a little bit better when you actually use a whisk, so probably just use a spoon if you don't have a whisk. They'll come together. Alright, just add like half the flour. And then we'll add the second half. And I'm going to put chocolate chips in mine because I like chocolate. And I can pretend I'm being slightly healthy doing it this way. Because banana bread is one of the healthier breads in my mind, especially this recipe, because there's very little sugar. Most of the sweetness is the banana, and I like really sweet desserts, stuff like that, so chocolate also helps that way. This recipe is great. The lady, or I don't know who did it. It says Sally, the author, really did a lot of planning and stuff on this to make sure it actually like works, because it has never not worked. So it is a great recipe. Okay, let me go dig out my chocolate chips and we'll fill out our muffin pan. We got our muffin liners, cupcake liners technically. I'm gonna put like half of these. Calls for about a cup. I keep them in the fridge because they're good to snack on. And it's a lot cheaper than buying a candy bar. Just getting a handful of chocolate chips. And you can use them to bake with. And this makes 12, it says 10 to 12 muffins, but I've always gotten 12 and they turn out just fine. So then we will fill up our muffin tins. They're basically going to be totally full. Remember, it's not a cupcake, it's a muffin, so it doesn't raise as much. I'm going to get these all in here. My oven, I think, is finally preheated. 425. We'll cook it for a little bit, and then, yeah. Follow the recipe. You know, some things you just don't think about. Because I know it's going to work out. So you just spoon them in, and if you have any extra at the end, you just put it in ones that are a little empty. Whoops. And it's still messy. You also don't have to put chocolate chips in it. It says you can also put like nuts. But I don't like banana nut. So, alright. Well, I'll catch you in a few minutes when these are cooked. They are done with the high temp. You see the tops raised pretty good. I lowered my temperature down and I'm going to let them cook for another 15-16 minutes. Okay, my muffins are out of the oven. The toothpick came out clean, so they are done. Supposed to let them sit for about 5 minutes and then take them out to finish cooling. At that point, I'm going to toss them in a freezer bag and put them in my freezer. They take about 12 to 15 seconds to warm up once they're frozen. And that is a great fast breakfast. It's a good snack. It's a sort of healthy late night snack. You get chocolate, you get sweetness, you get a little banana, little carbs. Not totally healthy, but a lot healthier than other options when you're hungry. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you do, you can toss me a like and subscribe, give me a comment, anything, and I will catch you next time. Later.